Guidelines for reducing the effects of malware. There are many steps that you can take in order to reduce the effects of malware. One of the best things that you can do is make sure that your users are aware. Training and awareness is one of the best first lines of defense. The next thing you should have is a backup set of all of your crucial data. If you're in your Windows 10 machine, you can right-click on your Windows icon on the taskbar, and you can choose Settings. And then from the Settings location, you can choose Update and Security. And you can see here on the left-hand side, Backup. And it is important to set up a backup whether you're using technologies like File History or the earlier Windows 7 Backup and Restore. It's also important to make sure that you have proper patch management. Whether we talk about the security updates or operational updates to any operating system, it is important to make sure that you apply them. So for instance, in your Windows 10 desktop here from Windows Settings, you can also choose Update and Security and Windows Update on the left-hand side. This allows you to view and browse whether your updates are being applied. As you can see, we are up to date and applying. Next is making sure that your end users can't just run any software program that they want. There's a couple different ways that we can achieve this. One of the ways you can achieve this in an enterprise level environment is there's something known as App Locker inside of the Windows OS, controlling which applications are allowed or not allowed to run. On a client operating system, the other way that you can do this is controlling the device's autoplay. We can get here by going to our Windows Settings page, then Devices, and on the left-hand side, you'll see Autoplay. And you want to ensure that any removable USB device, we take no action so we don't run the risk of automatically executing a program that's on that device. You also want to make sure that you have anti-spyware or anti-malware software that has real-time data protection. One of the ways that we can do this is going back to our Windows Settings location. And then we can go from here to Update and Security. And on the left-hand side, go to Windows Security and open Windows Defender. Inside of Windows Defender, this gives us our security at a glance and the ability to see if we have real-time protection turned on. We're going to go to Virus and Threat Protection. And from here, we will select Virus and Threat Protection Settings. And you'll notice that real-time protection is on and running. You also want to make sure that your end users don't have too many privileges. Remember, not all end users need administrative level privileges. That's why it's important to make sure things like your administrative accounts do remain disabled or are used very sparingly. For instance, if we right-click on our Windows desktop, the icon, and choose Computer Management, opening up Local Users and Groups, and choosing Users, notice that our default administrative account has been disabled. The other thing that we can do is also audit our systems. For instance, checking Event Viewer. While we're in Computer Management, we want to make sure that we track security logs, and we can do that under Event Viewer, opening Windows Logs, and choosing Security. And this gives us the ability to track system-wide happenings such as user logons, file access, and resource access within your Windows operating system. Remember, establish these routines daily to ensure that you reduce the effects of malware.